Namaskaram everyone. I am Ishaan Saripalli and this is my friend P. Sai Saket. So we came up with the idea of presenting the essence of music in Tyagaraja Swami's perspective. As this is a very special occasion of Sri Tyagaraja Swami Aradhana Utsavam, we've thought of we've thought of exploring different kritis where Tyagaraja Swami talked about music and its music's perspective as nāda upāsanā, as a way to reach the God. And we have selected a few kritis of Sri Tyagaraja Swami we have selected ragams, and we haven't prepared anything. This is a very spontaneous thing. So we have selected a few kritis and we want to present them today. And we would love to start with the ragam Bangala, Giriraja Sutha. Giriraja Sutha Tanaya Sadaya Giriraja Sutha Tanaya Sadaya Giriraja Sutha Tanaya Sadaya Giriraja Sutha Tanaya Sadaya Giriraja Sutha Tanaya Suranatha Mukhachita Padayuga Suranatha Mukhachita Padayuga Paripalayama Ibharaja Mukha Paripalayama Ibharaja Mukha Giriraja Sutha Tanaya Sadaya Giriraja Sutha Tanaya Gananatha Paratara Shankara Gananatha Paratara Shankara Gamavarinidhi Rajanikara Gananatha Paratara Shankara Gamavarinidhi Rajanikara Phaniraja Kaukara Vigna Nivarana Phaniraja Kaukara Vigna Nivarana Shambhava Sri Tyagaraja Nuda Phaniraja Kaukara Vigna Nivarana Shambhava Sri Tyagaraja Nuda Giriraja Sutha Tanaya Sadaya Giriraja Sutha Tanaya Sadaya. This kriti is actually very special for me because for the very first time when I was exploring this kriti, and literal meaning of this kriti is Lord Ganesha, because Giriraja Sutha Tanaya refers to the one who is born to the one who is born to the Giriraja. And according to Shastras, Giriraja is Himavan Parvata himself, and the daughter of Himavan Parvata, Giriraja Sutha, is Haimavati or Parvati. And by referring to Giriraja Sutha Tanaya, Tyagaraja Swami refers to Lord Ganesha, Giriraja Sutha Tanaya. And very peculiarly, this also matches with Tyagaraja Swami's lineage. This is one of the reasons why we have chosen this composition today. So, according to Tyagaraja Swami's Charitra, and again, Tyagaraja Swami's Charitra, there are many versions, and there is no fixed version which we could get it. We have actually gotten one version of Tyagaraja Swami Charitra from our library, and that version says, Tyagaraja Swami's mother, Sitamma, and her father is Giriraja Kavi. Giriraja Kavi is also one of the renowned Carnatic composers and has written many compositions. And Giriraja Sutha is Sitamma, Giriraja Sutha Tanaya is Tyagaraja himself. So Tyagaraja addresses to Lord Ganesha, and at the same time it also looks like he's addressing to himself in this Kriti. So that is the reason we've chosen this Kriti. And now, Tyagaraja Swami is a very great Rama Bhakta, as everyone knows. And Rama is known for his lakshanas. Rama is very much known for his qualities. Rama is known for his niti, dharma. And what kind of a dharma does Rama follow? What kind of a dharma did Rama teach you all? Is one more interesting thing and one more deep thing that Tyagaraja has discussed in many of his kritis. And now we have chosen a kriti, Oka MataOka Banamu, in the raga Harikambhaji.
Oka MataOka Banamu, Oka Patni Vratude Manasa, 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 Oka Mata. Oka Chittamu Galavani, Oka Chittamu Galavani, Oka Nadunu Maruvakane, Oka Chittamu Galavani, Oka Nadunu Maruvakane, Oka Chittamu Galavani, Oka Chittamu Galavani, Oka Chittamu Galavani, Oka Chittamu Galavani, Oka Nadunu Maruvakane, Oka Chittamu Galavani, Oka Nadunu Maruvakane, Oka MataOka Banamu, Oka Patni Vratude Manasa, Oka Mata. Chiranjeevitvamunidhara, Chiranjeevitvamunidhara, Pada Saukhyamu Sangune, Chiranjeevitvamunidhara, Pada Saukhyamu Sangune, Dhara Varage Devude, Dhara Varage Devude, Dhara Varage Devude, Dhara Varage Devure, Dhara Varage Devure, Dhara Varage Devure, Tyagaraja Nutude, 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 Oka MataOka Banamu, Oka Patni
So this Kriti very beautifully talks about Sri Ramachandra. And Tyagaraja Swami, as we know, is a very great devotee of Lord Rama. And he talks about the principle of Lord Rama, which is Oka MataOka Banamu. And he also says, Oka Gamana. He says to himself, he remembers to himself his mind, Lord Rama, this is the quality of Lord Rama, this is Lakshanam. And this is what Lord Rama is, this is what Dharma's embodiment or Dharma's personification is Lord Rama. So Tyagaraja keeps reminding himself, O Manasa, Oka Galavani, Oka Then Tyagaraja says, O Manasa, Oka MataOka Banamu, Oka Galavani, and Lord Rama's all Lakshanas have been described in this Kriti. Now, we would love to move on to the actual topic, and that is Tyagaraja Swami's perspective of music. What exactly music means? And for different people, music means different things. For someone, music may be an entertainment. And for someone, music may be an art form. For someone, music can be their jivadhara. They can earn money. For someone, music can be maybe a talent. For someone, music cannot be a matter sometimes. But music in Tyagaraja Swami's perspective is according to Shastrams. And Bharata Shastras have always mentioned that any of these kalas are ultimately reaching towards the one supreme. It is an upāsanā. Upasamipe asyati iti upāsanā says Shastra. The process of reaching and reaching nearer to the Brahman is called upāsanā. And nādam is also an upāsanā. Then that is called nādopāsanā. So Tyagaraja Swami is one of the biggest examples of legendary Vagyakaras who have shown the method of nādopāsanā through their kritis. Ramanama Taraka. Lord Rama's name itself is a Taraka Nama. And the Taraka Nama is taken by Tyagaraja Swami. Taraka Nama, Tyagaraja says Tyagaraja Swami in his Kriti Kshirasagara Shayana. And now, talking about music, Tyagaraja Swami says music is something that makes you reach the Brahman, reach the ultimate consciousness or the supreme Brahman, which is Lord Rama himself. And Sapta Swaras, where do they come from, is the biggest question. Tyagaraja Swami answered the question of Sapta Swaras in many of his kritis, like Nāda Manisham, Mokshamu Galada, Shobhillu Sapta Swara, and many more. And now we are going to look into one of those kritis, that is Shobhillu Sapta Swara in the Ragam Jagan Mohini. Shobhillu Sapta Swara, 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 Sundarula Bhajimpave Manasa, Shobhillu Sapta Swara, Sundarula Bhajimpave Manasa, Shobhillu
Sapta Swara Sundarula Bhajimpave Manasa, Shobhillu Sapta Swara Sundarula Bhajimpave Manasa,
Shobhillu Sapta Swara.
Kantarasana Navi Kantarasana Navi Kantarasana Nasadula Yandu Shobhillu Sapta Swara Rula Bhadim Pame Manasa Shobhillu Sapta Swara Dhairaruk Samadulalo Gayatri Hridayamuna Dhairaruk Samadulalo Gayatri Hridayamuna Surabhu Sura Manasamuna Manasamuna Sutha Shobhillu Sapta Swara Sundarula Bhadim Pame Manasa Shobhillu Sapta Swara Sani 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 Pani Pama Pama Gama Gari Sani Sa Gama Gama Pama Pani Pani Sani Sa Gari Sani Pani Sani Pama Gama Pani Gari Sani Pani Sani Pama Gama Pani Shobhillu Sapta Swara Sundarula Bhajim Bhave Manasa Shobhillu Sapta Swara. This is one of those kritis where Tyagaraja Swami says, Nabhirit Kantarasana. See how beautifully Tyagaraja Swami incorporated all these words in this kriti. It is beautifully woven, right? Isn't it? So Tyagaraja Swami says, Nabhirit Kantarasana. Where does this nadam comes from? And Tyagaraja Swami says, Nabhi, the navel is where it starts. Nabhi, Hritkantarasana. The Hridayam, and then Kantham, the Rasana, the Jihva, all these parts are the way of this nadam. Where does the nadam originate from? It originates from your body itself. And where exactly it is? It's from the navel, and then it crosses your Hridayam, the Kantham, and then your Rasana, and then it comes out. Nabhiritkantarasana Nasadulayandu. See how beautifully Tyagaraja Swami says Nabhiritkantarasana Nasadulayandu Shobhillu Saptaswara. Where exactly the Shobhillu Saptaswara? Where the Saptaswaras are coming from? Where are they originating from? Or where are they residing? Is being beautifully answered in this kriti. Nabhiritkantarasana Nasadulayandu Shobhillu Saptaswara. And what is this nādopāsanā? Dararuk Samadulalo Varagayatri Hridayamuna. Tyagaraja Swami says the Rigvedam, Samavedam, and in the heart of Gayatri exists Nadam. Where Nadam exists is the heart of Gayatri, that is the Vedam. The Vedam itself is where everything came from. And Veda Swarupa, Bhagavan Veda Swarupa, says Shastra. Lord is himself an embodiment of Veda. And when Lord is himself an embodiment of Veda, and the Swarams came, everything, Nadam came from the Hridayam of Gayatri, that is Vedam. And similarly, a similar concept is being dealt by Sri Tyagaraja Swami in one more Kriti, and he beautifully explains from Lord Shiva. By the blessings of Lord Shiva, he writes a very beautiful Kriti in the Ragam Chittaranjani. Sarigama Padaniratam Tam Veena Sankranta Kanta Hastam Tam Shantam Mrudula Swantam Kucha Bharatantam Namami Shivakantam Nāda Tanumanishu Shankaram. See how beautifully Tyagaraja Swami says Shankara himself is an embodiment of Nāda. Nāda Tanumanisham Shankaram Namami Me Manasa Shirasa. And then Tyagaraja says Sadyo Jata Dipanchavakraja Sarigama Padani Vara Sapta Swara. Where the Sapta Swaras, Sarigama Padani comes from? Lord Shiva is actually mentioned in Vedas as the one who has 5 faces. And the 5 faces are named as Sadyojata, Vamadeva, Aghora, Tatpurusha and Ishana. More details about these faces can be found in Panchabrahmopanishad. But we are not going to go deep about these faces. We are going to talk about Tyagaraja Swami's perspective on music. And Tyagaraja Swami says, Sadyojata adi Panchavakraja Sarigamapadani Varasaptaswara. The Saptaswaras originated from Lord Shiva himself, when Shiva himself is an embodiment of Nadam. Sadyojata adi Panchavakraja Sarigamapadani Varasaptaswara Vidyalolamu Vidalita Kalam. The one who is an enemy of Yama, Vidalita Kalam. And very beautifully in the Anupallavi of this Kriti, Tyagaraja Swami says, Modakara Nigamottama Sama Modakara Nigamottama Sama Vedasaram. Modakara Nigamottama Sama Vedasaram. Varam Varam Nāda Tanumanisham. See how beautifully Tyagaraja Swami talks about Samavedam. Samavedam is actually mentioned as the source of Sangeetam. And Tyagaraja Swami says, Modakara Nigamottama Samaveda Saram. What is music? What is Nadam in his perspective? He says, Samaveda Saram. The essence of Samavedam is called Nadam. It is the music that we are currently singing, enjoying, going through. It is the same music that takes us nearer to the God. It is the same Nadam that acts as a medium for us to the God. And that is why it is called Nāda upāsanā. Samaveda Saram. And what kind of a Vedam is Samavedam? Tyagaraja Swami says, Modakara Nigamottama Samaveda. It is the Vedam, Nigamottama. It is the Uttamottama of the Vedas, the greatest among the Vedas. And Modakara, the one which gives you immense happiness, eternal happiness which cannot be measured. Such kind of a Vedam it is. And there are many more Kritis where Tyagaraja Swami has explained about Nadam. And one more is Kriti, beautiful Kriti in the Ragam Arati. Nāda Sudhara Shobhillu Narada Kriti Āye Pranava Nāda Sudhara Shobhillu Narada Kriti Āye Manasa. Tyagaraja Swami says, Nāda Sudhara Shambhu Ilanu Narakriti Āye. And what kind of a Nāda it is? Pranava Nāda, the Omkaram, the primordial sound or the eternal sound, Omkaram itself, has taken a form, manifested in the form of Lord Rama. That is what Tyagaraja Swami says. Nāda Sudhara Shambhu. And what kind of a Nādam it is? It is a nectar, a flow of nectar, a mellifluous flow of nectar. And that mellifluous flow of nectar has taken an embodiment, has taken the form of Lord Rama. Pranavanada Sudhaya. And Tyagaraja Swami says, Veda Purana Shastradula Yokka Veda Purana Gama Shastradula Gadharamaina Nāda. The one which is the adharam or the base of everything, the Vedam, Puranam, Shastram, Itihasam, everything originates from the same Nadam, the primordial Nadam. According to Shastrams, even before the entire world came into existence, there was only one thing in existence. That is the primordial, that is the eternal Nadam, that is Omkaram, Pranava Nadam. And Dr. Mangalapalli Balamuruli Krishna Garu also very beautifully talks about Omkara Pranava Nadodbhava Shrutilaya. The same Nadam is being referred to, Omkara Nada, by Balamuruli Krishna ji in this Padavarna. And talking about the same Nadam, what kind of an upāsanā it is? Nādopāsanā, Nāda Brahmopāsanā. There are different types of upāsanā. And talking about upāsanā, we have Saguna Brahmopāsanā, Nirguna Brahmopāsanā. These are again different concepts. And talking about Nāda Brahmopāsanā and Shabda Brahmopāsanā are very much closely related to each other. Patanjali Maharshi is an example of Shabda Brahmopāsanā. He has written many stotrams. The eternal Vāngmayam is called Shabda Brahmopāsanā. But when that Vāngmayam is taken, the same literature is taken, or to be precise, the lyric is taken and is musically woven into a ragam and musically sung by a person. That kind of an upāsanā is called Nādopāsanā. And what is Nādopāsanā achieving? It is achieving moksha. It is a way to achieve moksha. And Tyagaraja Swami also says, Veena Tyagaraja Swami says, Mokshamu Galada Bhuvilo. And the question is not open-ended. He clearly mentions Mokshamu Galada Bhuvilo Jeevan Muktulu Gani Varaluku. Advaita talks about a very beautiful concept called Jeevan Mukti. And what is Jeevan Mukti? There are two types of Mukti. That is Jeevan Mukti and Videha Mukti. And when you are living, you are still a living entity, and you have gone through the philosophical, I don't know the exact terminology, but it's called Vedanta Vicharam in Sanskritam. And to be honest, it can be interpreted as retrospection or introspection, maybe. An introspection, a philosophical introspection. You will realize that there is only one ultimate thing. And none of these exist. None of the physical world exists. There is only one thing, that is eternal. And what is that? The supreme consciousness, that is the Parabrahma, referred to as Brahman. And when you realize that there is only one Parabrahma, there is nothing left. There is no physical world in your point of view. There is no body. There is nothing. You come out of the Maya. You leave the Maya and you reach the Brahman. And that state, you are still living. Your body is alive. But you have realized that the ultimate is the supreme consciousness, and that is the Brahman. And you have realized that you are the embodiment of Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi, Vedam says. There are 4 Mahavakyas. Ayamatma Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi. And when you understand the saram of all these Mahavakyas, you realize you are the Brahman. And when that state is achieved, you are not bothered about any of these physical things. That is called Jeevan Mukti in Advaita. And when this body, when the Pranam leaves the body, that is called Videha Mukti. And Tyagaraja Swami says, Jeevan Mukti is the only way to achieve moksha. Then Adi Shankaracharya also talks about the same. Satsangatve Nissangatvam, Nissangatve Nirmohatvam, Nirmohatve Nischalatatvam, Nischalatatve Jeevan Mukti. Shankaracharya says in Bhajagovindam. Very beautifully said words, right? And Jeevan Mukti is the only way you can achieve moksha. Advaita talks about Jeevan Mukti, and that too in a very deeper manner. And now I'm not going to talk about Jeevan Mukti in depth, because this is about Tyagaraja Swami's perception. So Tyagaraja Swami also says, Bhuvilo Jeevan Muktulu Gani Varaku Mokshamu Galada. And Tyagaraja Swami says, Veenavadana Loludau Shiva Manovidha Merugani Varaku Mokshamu Galada. See how beautifully Tyagaraja Swami says about Shiva. Again, Lord Shiva is Nāda Tanumanisham. In his previous Kriti, in the Chagam Chittaranjani, he says, Shiva is the embodiment of Nādam. And Shiva also plays Veena. according to Shastrams. And that is why we have seen many forms like Veena Dakshinamurti, which are embodiments of Shiva himself. And Veenavadana Loludam. And what exactly is the state of Shiva being described by Tyagaraja? Tyagaraja Swami says Shiva is Lola, actually enjoying, rejoicing that eternal nadam that is being generated by the Veena. And Lord Shiva is Manovitham, is his actual Tattvam. The one who realizes, the one who understands Lord Shiva's actual Tattvam are the ones who attain moksha. And without understanding Lord Shiva's actual Tattvam, how can one attain moksha? Tyagaraja Swami questions. Sakshatkara ni sad bhakti sangita jnana vihinula moksha mogalada. Tyagaraja Swami says the ones who do not have Sangeeta Jnanam, how can they achieve moksha? Learning Sangeetam is different. Understanding and rejoicing and understanding and getting that immense pleasure from Jnanam that you achieve from Sangeetam, the Sangeeta Jnanam is different. And that Sangeeta Jnanam is the only thing that can give you moksha, that can make you attain the eternal salvation. And Tyagaraja Swami says very beautifully, Sangeeta Jnana Vihinulaka moksha mugalada. Samaja Vara Gamana
Samaja Vara Gamana Sadhara Samaja Vara Gamana Sadhara Samaja
Samaja Vara Gamana Sadhura Tsara Sapta Pala Kaladita Vikhyata Samaja Vara Gamana Sadhura Tsara Sapta Pala Kaladita Vikhyata Samaja Vara Gamana
Samaja Vara Gamana Sadhara Samaja Vara Gamana Sadhara Sara Sabja Palagana Vikhyata Samaja Vara
Gamana Sabani Gamaja Sutha Sabani Gamaja Sutha Mayagana Vichakshana Gunashila Dayalavalama Balaya Sabani Gamaja Sutha Mayagana Vichakshana Gunashila Dayalavalama Balaya Samaja Vara Gamana
Samani Gamana Sutha Samani Gamana Sutha Samani Gamana Sutha Mayagana Vichakshana Gunashila Dayalavalama Palaya
Samaja Vara Vedashidro
Vedashiro Madhya Sapta Swara nāda Sri Vedashiro
Madhya Sapta Swara nāda Saladīva Sri Vedashidro Madhya Sapta Swara nāda Saladīva Sri Yadava Kula Murali Yadava Kula Murali Vadana Yadava Kula Murali Vadana Vinoda Mohana Kara Tyagaraja Vandaniya Yadava Kula Murali Vadana Vinoda Mohana Kara Tyagaraja Vandaniya Samaja Vara Gamana
Yadava Kula Murali Vadana Vinoda Mohana Kara Tyagaraja Vandaniya
Samaja Vara Gamadani Samaja Vara Gamana
Satamadani Samaja Vara Gamana
Saga Gama Mada Dani Samaja Vara Gamana.
Sani Dhamma Rasa Dhamma Gamada Madani Sani Dhamma Dhamma Dani Samaja Vara Gamana.
Saga Gama Mada Dani Saga 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 Ni Sai Ni Sai Ni Sai Ni Dani Da Dani Da Dani Da Da Madama 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 Gama 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 Saga 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 Ni Sai Ni Sai Ni Sai Ni Saga Gama Mada Dani Samaja Vara Gamana.
Sani sa sani da ni sa sani da ma da ni sa sani da ma ga ma da ni sa sani da ma ga ma da ni da ni sa ni sani sani da ni sa ma ja ma ra
Gamadani sa saga sani da madani sani ni sani da magamadani da dani da magasara madani sadani mada gamadani sa majavara gamana.
Gamadani sa Gamadani sa madani sa dani sa ni sa ni da ni sa ma ja ma ra
Gamadani sa 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 ni sa ni dani da da madama ma gama 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 gamadani sa majavara gamana.
sa ga sa ni sa ga sa ga ma ga ma ga sa ga ma ga ma da ni da ni sa ni sa ma ga sa ni da ni sa ni da ma ma da ni sa ma ja ma ra ga ma sa ga ga
Sara Sabjapara Carnatic Vidyata Samaja Vara Gamana. Sani da maga saga sa gamada gamada mada mada ni sada maga sani sada ni sa gamada mani da ma sani da maga maga sani sa samaja vara gamana. Sadguru Tyagaraja Swami Krithis Samaja Vara Gamana. So Tyagaraja Swami also very beautifully, I don't know how these things happen, but very beautifully woven, right? As we have previously discussed, Tyagaraja Swami says, Nāda Tanumanisham, Nāda Sudharasam Gilanu, Narakriti Ayappa, Pranama Nāda Sudharasam. And then also Tyagaraja Swami says, Moksha Magalada Bhuilo Jiva Muktula Gani Varalaku. All these are talking about music as upāsanā. And that is the reason we've previously chosen Shobhillu Swara, which is from the Ragam Jaganmohini Ashwin. And now this Samaja Gamana also talks about same music. And it also mentions Samaveda. We have previously spoken and we have previously discussed that music comes from Samaveda. There are 4 Vedas: Rigvedam, Yajurvedam, Samavedam and Atharvana Vedam. And the third Vedam, actually in some order it is Rig, Sama, Yajur, Atharvana. And in this order, Samavedam is the third Vedam. And the third Vedam, Samavedam, is where music came from. It consists of many things. Samavedam is not like any other Vedam because any other Vedam has only 3 swaras, either Udattam or Anudattam or Svaritam or sometimes Dirgha Svaritam. That is how Vedas are designed. You can see Udattam is the plain note, Anudattam is the Nishan, Sa, Ni, where Svaritam is one note above, Sa, Re, Sa. Dirgha Svaritam is like Om Swasti Astu Naha. In such cases, the Om, that is Dirgha Svaritam. So there are these kind of swaras in Vedam. But Samavedam doesn't follow this typical swara nomenclature that every other Vedam follows. It has many swaras in it. In any Vedam like Rigvedam or Yajurvedam, you can see Sa, Re, Ni, the Shadjamam, Rishabam and the Mandrasthai Nishad. That's it. Or at times it might reach till the Gandhar. That's it. But in Samavedam, it revolves all around the Saptaswaras. The concept of Saptaswaras came from Samavedam. And that is what Tyagaraja Swami discusses about. Samanigama Sutha. What is it? Samanigama Sutha. It is a nectar, it is amritam that came from Samanigama. Nigama and Agama are two types of shastrams that we have. Nigamam is the Vedam. Agama Shastram is all different. It talks about the Aradhana Vidhi Vidhanam and it is derived from the Nigamam. There are different Agama Shastras, but Nigamam is the same thing. It is only one Vedam. And later on in the Kali Yugam, Vedavyasa Maharshi, actually his name is Krishna Dvaipayana. Sri Krishna Dvaipayana Maharshi divided this Vedam into 4 parts. That is the Rig Vedam, Yajurvedam, Samvedam and Atharvana Vedam. And that is why he is called Vedavyasa. Not because of writing 4 Vedas. He didn't write Vedas. Vedas are Apaurishayas. They are existing and they are eternal. They exist from the very beginning of the world. What Vedavyasa Maharshi did is he divided the Vedas into 4 equal parts. And this is how Vedas came. This is how Vedas came into existence when we know the Krishna Yajurvedam, Shukla Yajurvedam. And Samavedam has all 7 notes revolving in its mantras. And the same 7 notes, when extracted from Samavedam, that is music. Sama, Nigama, the Sama Veda. Ja is a sound which indicates that is born out of. So Sama Nigamaja, the something that is actually born out of Samavedam. And what is it? Sutha, it's a nectar, it's a flow of nectar, very mellifluous, and it is also something equivalent to Amrita. Sama Nigamata Sudhamaya Gana, what is it? Sudhamaya Gana, the Ganam, the way, the singing, the Nadam, it is full of nectar, and one who sings will be able to enjoy and rejoice that nectar. And not just the one who sings. The Sangeeta Shastram says, you might be enjoying the song that you sing. You might be deeply involved in the song. But you have to do the rasotpatti at a point of time. When you sing the song, it's not just the singer or the instrumentalist getting deeply involved in the song and enjoying it. You have to make audience feel the same. That is called rasotpatti. Anyways, that's a different concept. I'm not talking about music in Tyagaraja Swami's perspective. He says, Sama Nigamata Sudhamaya Gana. This Ganam came out of Samavedam. And Vedashiro Matraja Saptaswara Nadavachara Deepa Svikrita. How beautifully, I have never imagined of such kind of beautiful lines ever again. No one in the world can replicate that kind of sahitya. Because Vedashiro Matraja. See how beautifully Samavedam is being described in this Kriti. And Samavedam is where all these Saptaswarams are born out of. And also we have seen the Saptaswarams came from Sadyojata Dipamuchavakraja. Sadyojata the Panchavakras or Panchamukhas are where the Saptaswaras came from. And Shiva is an embodiment of Vedam. And here we can understand that God is not someone like us. We are human beings. We have a body, and this body is made up of Sapta Dhatus, the blood, Rudhiram, Charmam, Mamsam, and all of these things combined is body. Whereas when we talk about Lord Rama, when someone gives an upanyasam on Lord Rama, or when someone talks about Mahabharatam, or when someone talks about maybe an instance like the Ksheerasagara Mathanam, where Mahalakshmi is coming out of Ksheerasagara, some people might ask a question, how is it possible? When you describe Mahalakshmi or Devi Lalita, you talk about a body, you talk about a form with 4 hands, and all of these descriptions given in the Purana. It is that this is Sakuna Brahma. This Sakuna Brahma is taken for upāsanā. Because it's not easy for a person to start the upāsanā directly with the Nirguna Brahma. And what is the Lakshanam of the Supreme? The Supreme has nothing. Nirguna, Nirakara, Niranjana, Nishkala, Nirvikalpa. These are the Lakshanas of Supreme. And that's how the Supreme is actually treated in Vedas as well. There is no form for Vedam. There is no form for the Supreme. And then Vedam has given Shanmatas, different forms. And these forms are given to the same Supreme for our upāsanā. And we do the upāsanā, we take the mantram of a devata, we perform rituals, and all of these are done for the sake of understanding the Nirguna Brahma through the Supreme, through the Saguna Brahma. Saguna Brahma upāsanā to Nirguna Brahma upāsanā is a transition. And that is Advaita's key point as well. And Tyagaraja Swami, as we have seen, we have talked about Giri Vinayaka, and we have talked about Oka MataOka Banamu, Oka Galavani, Lord Rama in a form. all of these Kriti has mentioned about Lord Rama in a form. Lord Rama, as Tyagaraja Swami says, Balakanakamaya Chela Sujana Paripala Shri Ramalola Vidhrita Sharajala Shubhada Karunala Vala Ghana Nila Novya Vanamalika Bharanaghelani Dayaradu. How beautifully Tyagaraja Swami describes Lord Rama. This is Saguna Brahma Upāsanā, where Tyagaraja Swami says, Bala Kanakamaya Chela, the one who holds the bow and the arrow, and the one who is with Devi Rama or Sita, Sri Rama Lola Vidhrita Sharajala, the one who holds arrows. How beautifully Lord Rama is described. Ghananila Navya Vanamalika Bharana, the one who wears the Vanamalika, Tulasi Mala, and this is all description of Saguna Brahman. Saguna Brahman is the form of the same supreme consciousness, where you imagine the Brahman having a form, having a human form. To be honest, in Sanskritam it is described as Nama Rupa Rahita Brahman and Nama Rupa Sahita. Here you are seeing the Brahman with Nama Rupas, Nama Rupa Sahita Dhyanam. You have given a Naam, that is Rama. You have given a Rupam, and that is Bala Kanaka Megachela Sujana Paripala. This is the Dhyanam of Rama. Tyagaraja Swami in Charitra, Tyagaraja Swami says, Charitra says, Tyagaraja Swami once was going through his kitchen. He was going out of his kitchen and he was going to his puja room. And that was the time when he looked at his window and there is a glance. There is a huge glowing thing and he couldn't understand what it was. He was peeking out of the window and then it was Lord Rama himself. Lord Rama have given his Divya Darshanam to Tyagaraja Swami, and it was just for a moment and he disappeared. And when Lord Rama disappeared, Tyagaraja Swami with a lot of sadness in his mind, he is like, Bala Kanaka Maiga Chela, and he gives a description of what exactly he has seen. And then Yelani Dagaradu. This is Saguna Brahma Upāsanā. And Tyagaraja Swami also talks about Nirguna Brahma Upāsanā in many of his kritis like Mokshamu Garada. And here also, the Samaja Gamana, Shobhillu Saptasvara. Here he takes music as a path to reach Brahman. He has seen Brahman in the form of Rama with a Ramam, with a Rupam, Namarupa Sahita Brahman. And then he has done intense Upāsanā as a result of this intense Upāsanā. And to be precise, it is Nāda Upāsanā. With this intense Nāda Upāsanā, he was able to understand, he was able to maybe interpret, or the precise terminology would be something like comprehend the Tattvam of the Nirguna Brahma. And then when Tyagaraja Swami was able to comprehend the actual Tattvam of Nirguna Brahma, he has encapsulated all of these Tattvams and put them in the form of Kritis. Tyagaraja Swami's Kritis are so diverse and can be categorized into many things. Tyagaraja Swami has given Pancharatna Kritis. He has given Dhyana Kritis. He has given these kind of Kritis on music. Music as a way of Upāsanā. Music as a way to reach the Brahman. He has given Kritis on the Nirguna Brahma. And he has given Kritis like Utsava Sampradaya Kritis, which are very easy for people to sing. Even for those ones who do not know how to sing. Even those who do not have music fundamentals can sing Utsava Sampradaya Kritis. That is his grace. How graceful, with a lot of mercy, with a lot of grace, Tyagaraja Swami blessed us with different types of Kriti that everyone can sing. And now we would love to move on to the next Kriti. We have now discussed so far how Tyagaraja Swami has seen music as a form of Upāsanā, Nāda Upāsanā, a way to reach the Brahman, Nāda Brahma Upāsanā, and how Tyagaraja Swami has described about Saguna Brahman in kritis like Oka MataOka Banamu and Bala Kanaka Megachela, and then transitioning from that phase to Nirguna Brahma, where he has seen the supreme consciousness without any Namam, without any Rupam, the Nirguna, Nirakara, Nishkalanka, Nirvikalpa, all of these attributes. And then obviously about music. And now, how gracefully Tyagaraja Swami has structured and composed many kirtanams like the Utsava Sampradaya Kritis. Maybe one of those examples would be O Rama O Rama Omkara Dhama in the Ragam Arabi. So now we would love to move on to the next Kriti, and then we will give more description about Tyagaraja Swami's Kritis. The next Kirtanam is an Utsava Sampradaya Kirtanam set to the Ragam Arabi and Aditalam. O Rama, O Rama, Okara Dhama. O Rama, O Rama, Konarinchu Prema. మెరచితే మెరచితే మాకేమి దోవ ఓ రామ ఓ రామ. ఆత్మకై ఒకటైనా ఆశించలేదు పరమాత్మని కని పల్క మనసేలరాదు ఓ రామ ఓ రామ. నీరైన పాలైన నీకే అనుకోటి తీరైన చక్కని దేవతను కోటి ఓ రామ. నీకంటే దొరకున నిరూపమగాత్రవరకేల శ్రీ త్యాగరాజుని మిత్ర ఓ రామ ఓ రామ ఓంకారధామ ఓ రామ ఓ రామ మొనరించు ప్రేమ ఓ రామ ఓ రామ ఓంకారధామ. This is one of those Utsava Sampradaya Kritis where Tyagaraja Swami says, నీరైన పాలైన నీకే అనుకోటి తీరైన చక్కని దేవతను కోటి. Well, నీరైన పాలైన నీకే అనుకోండి. Or sometimes he also mentions ఆత్మకై ఒకటైన ఆశించలేదు పరమాత్మ నీకని పల్క మనసేలరాదు. And many more such lines. నీకంటే దొరకున నిరూపమగాత్ర పరకేల శ్రీ త్యాగరాజుని మిత్ర ఓ రామ ఓ రామ. See how beautifully he blends in all these things together. He says, ఆత్మకై ఒకటైనా ఆశించలేదు పరమాత్మ నీకని పల్క మనసేలరాదు. నీరైన పాలైన నీకే అనుకోండి తీరైన చక్కని దేవత అనుకోండి. And I don't think that there is a requirement for me to explain these lines because these are very much, I don't know why, there is no term that could actually describe these kind of sahityams. Tyagaraja Swami Sahityam can directly strike into someone's heart and it is so mind-blowing, and that kind of Sahityam can never be repeated by anyone else. And now we would love to move on to one more Utsava Sampradaya Kirtana. And the speciality of Utsava Sampradaya Kirtanams is, it is said that Utsava Sampradaya Kirtanams are rendered usually when there is an Utsavam in the temple, or there is one more name, that is Divyanama Sankirtanam. There are some kritis under the name of Divyanama Sankirtanam, and there are some kirtanams under Utsava Sampradaya Kirtanams. Divyanama Sankirtanam is also a very similar thing, where Tavadasoham, Gandhamu Puyaruga, or similar things. I think Gandhamu Puyaruga is an Utsava Sampradaya Kriti. So all of these Utsava Sampradaya Kritis or Divyanama Sankirtanams or some of those kritis in that is some kritis like Navanita Chura from Navaka Charitram are very beautifully written, which have very nice meanings, that are very much catchy, also very catchy tune that everyone can sing. And now we would love to move on to the next kriti, that is Nagumomu Galavani in the ragam Madhyamavati and Aditalu. Nagumomu Galavani Namano Aruni Jagamelu Suruni Janaki Aruni Nagumomu Galavani Namano Aruni Jagamelu Suruni Janaki Aruni Nagumomu Galavani Devadi Devuni Divya Sundaruni Sri Vasudevuni
బోధతో పలుమారు పూజించినేనా రావిందు శ్రీ త్యాగరాజా సన్ముతుని బోధతో పలుమారు పూజించినేనా రావిందు శ్రీ త్యాగరాజా సన్ముతుని బోధతో పలుమారు పూజించినేనా రావిందు శ్రీ త్యాగరాజింతు శ్రీ త్యాగరాజా సన్ముతుని.
So this is one of those Utsava Sampradaya Kirtanams. Nagumomu Galavani. How beautifully Tyagaraja Swami tries to describe that Lord Rama. And what kind of a description did Lord Rama, Tyagaraja Swami give in his Kirtanam? Is Sujnana Nidhini Soma Surya Lochanuni Ajnana Tamamuno Anachu Bhaskaruni. Tyagaraja Swami says Sujnana Nidhi. The Nidhi of Sujnanam, where Nidhi is where, it's like an ocean. It's an ocean of Jnanam. And how much ever you try to take out the Jnanam out of it, it keeps coming. It's an unbreakable flow of Jnanam. And Sujnana Nidhini. Soma Surya Lochanuni. The one who has Soma Surya as his eyes, moon and sun. Ajnana Tamamuno. See how beautifully Tyagaraja incorporates Surya twice in his Kirtanam. He says Soma Surya Lochana, where Surya is one of his Lochanams, one of his eyes, Lord Rama's eyes. And Ajnana Tamamuno. Ajnanam, the darkness of Ajnanam is being destroyed. By whom? Anachu Bhaskaruni. He says Ajnana Tamamuno Anachu Bhaskaruni. The Surya, or that one, and Bhaskara doesn't necessarily mean Surya. At times it can also mean the one who can shine, the eternal shine. Because Bha is a sound that refers to that eternal shine and glow. Bhaskara, the one who is glowing and shining. And the one who has a lot of knowledge. One who glows is the one who glows because of knowledge. And what kind of a glow it is? It is a glow of knowledge. Because of knowledge, one shines. And that shine is the one which can Ajnana Tamamuno Anachu Bhaskaruni. The Jnanam in you will shine. That will make you shine. And that eternal shine, Lord Rama's glance, can destroy all the Ajnanam, all the negligence, all the ignorance. Yes. And he says, Bodhato Palumaru Pujincinena Radintu Sri Tyaga. Bodhato Palumaru. Bodhato Palumaru Pujincinena Radintu Sri Tyaga. Radintu Sri Tyaga. Radintu Sri Tyagaraja Sannutuni. The way he says Tyagaraja Sannuta is mesmerizing. And there's no word to describe it. Bodhato Palumaru Pujincinena Aradhintu Sri Tyagaraja Sannutuni. And this is one of those wonderful Utsava Sampradaya Kirtanams Tyagaraja Swami has written. And in this event, this online event, we have so far tried to present many concepts from Sri Tyagaraja Swami's Krithis. We have focused on how Tyagaraja Swami has, what is Tyagaraja Swami's lineage. Giriraja Kavi, Sitamma, and Sitamma getting married to Kakarla Rama Brahmam, and Kakarla Rama Brahmam and Sitamma's son, Kakarla Tyaga Brahmam, Giriraja Sutha Tanaya. We've started with the lineage of Tyagaraja. Where did Tyagaraja Swami come from? And then we started going deep into Tyagaraja Swami's Saguna Brahmopāsanam, Rama's description, such as Oka MataOka Banamu, Balakanakamaya Chela, and we've thought of including one more wonderful Kirtanam, but we couldn't include that. That is Sri Rama Padama. Unfortunately, we couldn't do that, and we would love to do it in the next event.
And we have so far moved on from there, and then we've moved to the central piece of the performance, that is how Tyagaraja Swami perceived music as a form of upāsanā. How did music help one to reach, not just Tyagaraja Swami, it can help you, it can help us to reach the same Supreme. Music is always an upāsanā. And how did Tyagaraja Swami perceive music as upāsanā? What is Tyagaraja's commentary? What is his comment? What is his interpretation on music as upāsanā? Through multiple kritis like Samaja, Gamana, Shobhillu, Sapta, Swara, nāda, nāda, Sudharasam. There are many more kritis. Raga Sudharasa Panam in the Ragam Andolika. And he also mentions at a point of time, Swara Ragalaya Sudharasa Manmudu Vara Rama Nama Mane Kardachakera Swaranaga Sudharasa Mandu Vara Rama Nama Mane Kardachakera Mishramu Jesi Bhujiyo Chesho Karuniki Telu Sunu Tyagaraja Viruta Yuta Sukya Manine Chapajala It's the Sukya Manine Chapajala Swararaga Sudharasa, the Ragam Shankarabharanam, Andolika, and also many more kritis. Dharaka Nama, what kind of a Namam it is. And he has given multiple kritis and a lot of treasure when it comes to nāda upāsanam. And then, how did Tyagaraja Swami, with a lot of grace, compose multiple kirtanams like the Utsava Sampradaya Kirtanam, the Nauka Charitram, the Divyanama Sankirtanam, and many more, in such a way that everyone can sing. And in Inka Chappalante Telugulo, Andaru Padi Tarinche Vidhanga. Everyone has the right to take the Taraka Nama. Ramanama is Taraka Nama, as he said in the Kriti Kshetrasagarasena, Taraka Nama Tyagaraja Nutha. Everyone has the right, everyone can take the Tyagaraja Nutha, Taraka Nama, Ramanamam, the Taraka Namam, and can rejoice and can experience that eternal happiness, the Jivan Mukti. He has guided everyone, and that is the reason we call Tyagaraja Swami Sadguru Tyagaraja Swami. No one addresses Tyagaraja Swami directly as Tyagaraja. People call him Sri Sadguru Tyagaraja. And why he became Sadguru is because he has guided people. He has guided generations. Even till this generation, Tyagaraja Swami's guidance, Tyagaraja Swami's kritis, his insights on music, his insights on upāsanā in many ways, maybe Saguna Brahma upāsanā, Nirguna Brahma upāsanā, nāda upāsanā, and many more upasanas, are still guiding us in the path of Vedam, in the path of nāda upāsanā, in the path of righteousness towards the Supreme. That is why we call him Sri Sadguru Tyagaraja Swami. And every Pushya Bahula Panchami, we celebrate Sri Tyagaraja Aradhana Utsavas in remembrance of Sri Tyagaraja Swami. It starts by rendering the Pancharatna Kritis, and then it is an Utsavam, it keeps going on. It is being carried from the past few generations, and it will be carried for the next generations as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.